So we've been talking about this government shutdown fight. Now the government is partially shut down yet again because of them kicking the can down the road in November when they opened the government back up during the last government shutdown. And they never got anything passed. Now the Senate did pass a funding resolution which was separate and different from what the House originally passed. So now the House has to vote on it again. And the big holdup here mostly stems from ICE funding and having more money to go to DHS and ICE, where Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has said basically most Democrats, if not all Democrats, are going to vote no until they put in more reforms against ICE. And if they change the bill at all, it would have to go back to the Senate to get voted on again. But Mike Johnson and the Republicans, they are in such a precarious position because of the number of seats they have in Congress. They can't lose hardly any votes, and at least two Republicans, including Representative Luna from Florida, is saying that they are going to hold it up. They want to attach the SAVE Act to this funding bill. Now, what is the SAVE Act? Well, the SAVE Act is this thing they have been trying for like 3 years to get passed, where it would require voter ID and other things in order to vote in federal elections for, not Speaker of the House, for members of Congress, for senators, for the president, etc. And opponents of it are saying that effectively it could disenfranchise lots of voters, which it could. And people on the right are saying, well, we should know who votes. Well, like I've talked about before, here in Iowa, I have to present an ID to vote. And if I can't, there are other ways of proving my identity, like multiple pieces of mail, something official mailed to me from the city, things like that. And then I'm given a provisional ballot. And as long as nobody else tries to vote as me, my ballot would count. The reason people don't like it is because it will make it harder for people to vote, because they are saying, well, not just that you have to provide ID, but your name must match your birth certificate. So if you've ever changed your name, you would have to have your birth certificate and the reason you've changed your name. If you don't, like you got married. So if you got married and you changed your name and then you changed it to something else because you got divorced and then you got remarried, which happens to some people, they would have to have all of those documents in order to prove they can vote. Now, attaching this to this spending bill is a dangerous gambit. I don't think it's going to work, and I don't think it would pass when they have to kick it back to the Senate. We will see if the House is able to actually pass this and reopen the government tomorrow, or if it's going to be heading into another long shutdown.